Annadurai, associated with Rajaji, became the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, understood the value and greatness of Rajaji, and thus became a matured politician and a statesman. As I said earlier, he didn't do anything without consulting Rajaji. To a certain extent, I must say, he ignored Karunanidhi, Anbalgan and others. Who? Annadurai. Yeah. Now, I will read out from his convocation address at the Annamalai University on November 18th, 1967, after he became the Chief Minister. I now read. This is the age of the common man. Whatever the regrets some might have, and it is his point of view that matters most, and I do claim to represent him in all his ruggedness. Systems and schools of thought, whether it is in philosophy or politics, ethics or economics, are certainly meant for him. Of course, the interpretation should come from scholars and experts, and the art of translating them into everyday activities is to be undertaken by the administrators. Universities, as the repositories of knowledge and the nursing ground for the emissaries of thought, wisdom and service, have got a prominent role to play, and the prominence is growing every day as more and more individuals get themselves equipped for the task of bettering society in all its sectors and spheres. This is all the more so in this age when we have eschewed monarchy and autocracy and have inaugurated the era of democracy. During the monarchical or feudal days, universities had to train scholars and poets to adore the chambers of royalty or the gilded mansions of lords and nobles, and their wisdom was meant for the mansion, not for the marketplace. Those were days when numbers did not count, nor were eminent scholars asked to face the problems confronting the masses. They were content to work in secluded spheres, far from the din and noise of the common man, and weave the costly fabric of philosophy or poetry, which in turn was to be converted into dazzling garments for the select and the privileged. The role of university today is not cloistered and confined as in the past. Its function has been enlarged not in its fundamentals but in its domain. It has to take into account the common man, not to perpetuate his commonness, but to trim and train, guide and lead him for his called upon today to perform uncommon tasks. He is asked to do his duty as the citizen of a democracy, a task which kindles sweet hopes but which demands patience and perseverance, faith and confidence, faith in himself and in others, and confidence in his inherent ability to shoulder the responsibilities. The common man has become the ruler of the land. He holds his destiny in his own hand. Unlike in a bygone age, when rulers were born either in palaces or in mansions, today every hamlet and every hut has become the birthplace of a potential ruler, and the duty today, the responsibility today of the universities is to fashion out of him an individual fitted and equipped for the task of making democracy fruitful and effective. I said that the duties and responsibilities of universities have grown in dimension and scope, but pointed out that the fundamentals remain unaltered, and these fundamentals are of permanent value and of perennial interest. The supreme task before the universities is to give those who seek a vision of knowledge in its true proportions and perspectives to maintain the sovereignty of ideas and ideals in the world. A balanced mind, the ability to discriminate between what is merely trivial and what is important, the capacity to look at a problem from all its angles without fear or favor, to be tolerant of the other man's point of view. These are fundamentals which are unalterable, and it is only the universities that can provide society with a continuous stream of men and women endowed with these qualities. While addressing the University of Brussels, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, our former president, made the following statement: for its proper functioning, democracy requires more qualities than other forms of government. It is in the universities that we can develop the true spirit of democracy, appreciation of other points of view, and adjustment of differences through discussions and debates. It can be kept healthy and strong by the exercise of individual responsibility and judgment. In universities, we have to recall the struggles of the past and realize the perils and possibilities, the challenges and opportunities of the present. This was Dr. Radhakrishnan, as quoted by C.N. Madurai. And now CNA. Democracy is not a form of government alone. It is an invitation to a new life, an experiment in the art of sharing responsibilities and benefits, an attempt to generate and coordinate the inherent energy in each individual for the common task. Hence, we cannot afford to waste a single talent, impoverish a single man or woman, or allow a single individual to be stunted in growth or held under tyranny, and universities should, through the graduates it sends forth year after year, annihilate the forces that attempted that attempt at aggrandizement that attempt at aggrandizement and tyranny, fight against cant and hypocrisy, and enthrone human dignity. This was Mr. CNA in 1967. He had wholly changed by that time.